Hi, third grade. Okay, let's keep going. So what we were about to do was take these preview words and put them where they belong in this bubble map. So in this center, it says equal parts. So look at this shape, this circle here. It's broken into two equal pieces. We would call those halves. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's broken into three equal pieces. We would call those thirds. The next one, these are broken into four equal pieces. We would call those fourths. The next one is broken into fifths, five equal pieces. Or let's count. Is it five? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's six equal pieces. We would call that six. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal pieces. We would call that eighths. And the last one isn't broken up at all. This one remains whole. Okay, finish writing those. Press pause if you need to, and then we're going to move on. So down here, these are going to be some new words, some new math words that we haven't used yet this year. And so our words that we would use are denominator, equal parts, fraction, fraction greater than 1, numerator, and unit fraction. So if you don't know what these are, that's okay. We will learn them together. So number 1 says, it is a number that names part of a whole or part of a group, and this is called a fraction. Okay, number 2, it is the part of a fraction above the line, which tells how many parts are being counted. And this is what we call the numerator. Okay, number 3, it is the part of a fraction below the line, which tells how many equal parts there are in a whole or in the group. We would call this the denominator. And number 4, it is the number that names one equal part of a whole and has 1 as its numerator. We would call this a unit fraction. And if you don't know what these words mean yet, even though we just went through them, that's okay. We will talk more about them as chapter 8 goes on, and we'll talk a lot about them. So these words will become very familiar to us. All right, finish writing those. And when you're ready, I want you to turn your pages and go to page 443 so that you are on lesson 8.1. Okay. Lesson 8.1, equal parts of a whole. What are equal parts of a whole? Let's start by unlocking the problem. Lauren shares a sandwich with her brother. They each get an equal part. How many equal parts are there? Okay. What do we want to figure out? We want to know how many equal parts are there. So look at this sandwich here. Here's the whole sandwich, and they've cut it in half, right? One for Lauren and one for her brother. Each whole shape below is divided into equal parts. A whole is all the parts of one shape or a group. Equal parts are exactly the same size. So Lauren and her brother are each getting the same size of piece. So when there's two equal pieces, we call that 2 halves. When there's 3 equal pieces, we say 3/3. When there's 4 equal pieces, we say 4/4. When there's 6 equal pieces, we say 6 sixths. And when there's 8 equal pieces, we say 8 eighths. Lauren's sandwich is divided into halves. So how many equal pieces are in the sandwich? 1, 2. So if you hear the word halves, you know it's going to be 2 equal parts. Draw a picture to show a different way Lauren's sandwich could have been divided into halves. So if we draw a square as a sandwich, we could cut it in half like this, and this piece would be for Lauren, and this would be for her brother. We could cut it in half like that. That could be for Lauren, and that could be for her brother. We could cut it in half lengthwise like this. This could be for Lauren and for her brother. So there's a few different ways you can make that square into halves. All right, turn your page. Okay, try this. Write whether the shape is divided into equal parts or unequal parts. So look at part A. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces here. Are those equal or unequal? They are equal. Okay, look at part B. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Are they equal or unequal? If you're thinking equal, you're right. Okay, look at part C. We have 1. There's 2 parts here, but are those equal? No. So these are 2 unequal parts. Okay, moving on. This shape is divided into 3 equal parts. What is the name for the parts? So we have 3 equal parts here, and what they're asking us is to go back and use these words. Whoops, went too far. Remember, when we say 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, it's called thirds. So you might have to flip back to this page to know what are 4 equal parts called? What are 6 equal parts called? The 3 equal parts are called thirds. So thirds, Thirds. Okay. For numbers 2, 3, and 4, we're doing the same thing. Write the number of equal parts and then write the name. So we need to count how many parts are here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts, and that's called fourths. Okay, look at this arrow. It's divided into 2 equal parts. 2 equal parts, do you remember what it's called? Halves. Halves has a silent L in the word. Number 4, when I'm counting a shape like this and there's lots of equal parts, I like to put a little dot on each equal part so I make sure I'm not counting it twice. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 equal parts is called eighths. Okay. Number 5, 6, and 7, we're writing equal or unequal. I want you to do 5, 6, and 7 on your own, and then check your work. So I'll give you 10 seconds. All right, looking at number 5. So sometimes it's hard to tell, but if you look carefully, I can see that these 2 pieces are the same. But these 2 pieces are not the same. So these are unequal. Remember, all the pieces have to be the same size. Number 6, these are equal. Number 7, these are unequal. Okay. Turn your page. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to press pause on the video and do numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, and then stop. So work all the way through number 16. And then when you're ready to correct your work, press play and correct your work. So everyone press pause right now. Okay, you should have done all the way through 16. Let's quickly go through and correct. Okay, you should have 3 equal parts. These are called thirds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts. These are called sixths. 2 equal parts are called halves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 equal parts are called eighths. 4 equal parts are called fourths. 3 equal parts are called thirds. Okay. Moving on to equal or unequal. All right, looking here, these are equal parts. These are also equal parts. And these are unequal. Okay, moving on to number 17. Draw lines to divide the circle into eighths. 8 eighths. So this can be kind of tricky with just our pencils, but we'll do our best. So we have a circle here, and the first thing I want you to do is to cut it in half. Okay. Then I want you to cut it in half again, going the other way. So we have 4 parts here. What I'm thinking is, okay, if I double the number 4, then I'll get the number 8. So now we're going to go through and cut each of these fourths in half again. And then we should end up with 8. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Number 18. Thomas wants to divide a square piece of paper into 4 equal parts. Draw 2 different quick pictures to show what his paper could look like. So he wants to divide a square piece of paper into 4 equal parts. So what I want you to do now is draw 2 squares, the best you can do. They don't have to be perfect, but we want to do our best. And now we need to decide, how could we split these up into 4 equal parts? Well, if we split it in half this way, that's 2 pieces. Split it in half again, that's 4 equal pieces. Let's try going this way. That's 2 equal pieces. Okay, let's go the other way. Now it's 4 equal pieces. There's more than one way to do this, but there's 2. Okay, turn your page. And we're going to look at number 19. Mrs. Rivera made 2 pans of corn casserole for a large family dinner. She cut each pan into parts. What is the name of the parts in A? So we're looking here at A. So she's cut this pan into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do we say when it's called 6 equal pieces? If you're thinking 6, you're right. Okay, number 20. Alex said his mom divided pan B into eighths. Does the statement make sense? Explain. So let's count the pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are 8 pieces here, but can we call these eighths? And the reason is no, we cannot, because if we're saying eighths, that means it's 8 equal pieces, and these are not equal. Whoever's going to get this piece is way bigger than whoever gets this piece. So can he call those eighths? No, comma, because the 8 pieces are not equal. And they must be equal in order to call them eighths. Okay. Let's skip down to number 23. Parker divides a fruit bar into 3 equal parts. Circle the word that makes the sentence true. The fruit bar is divided into thirds, halves, or fourths. Remember, he divides it into 3 equal parts, and we call 3 equal parts thirds. Okay, third grade, now it's time to do your homework. Thank you.